Hello, hello, hello. Let's see what Harshafont says about helping us out. Master Alphanon told me your tale, Clyde. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full. Before the dawn. Very well, very well.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such.
I love you,
All
Harshafont.
frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
What do you say after the fact? Very well. I see he still has these men training shirtless in the corner. Do not dare question our ways, unbeliever. At least I got to keep my actual spear. Sufficient time again. Oh God. Oh no, Flamin. Yugiri's tail. It's gotta be Yugiri. Oh, and she's a cutie. And she's got bangs. And this is the first time that you would actually ever have seen an Ora woman in the game. So, ta-da! New race back in 2015. Ah, it's Taro, you sly little bi scamp, or possibly lesbian? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You can acknowledge that somebody's hot or pretty without it being a commentary on your sexuality. So Urianger made Vesper Bay look like a dump, so he's safe. That's cool. So we've got four. We've got four of our Scion comrades still, if you count Yugiri as a Scion, which I do. Good old Dillmans.
'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos, which was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
Has she been voice acted before? I feel like that's not her voice. Whatever. Hey, he brought us hot cocoa? Or coffee? Or something? Tea?
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight.
You know, knowing that Sid is okay, that probably means the Ironworks are okay. You'd think that Wedge would be here schmoozing on her nonstop, like, hey baby, you should join the Ironworks.
Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
And here we get some credits. Can I speed them up? Yeah, go faster. Fast as possible. There we go. That's Minfilia hugging Flamin. And there's this Hagen Priest from 2. Was that 2.1 or 2.2? It was 2.1. Elidibus. Carnicina. I wonder if she could have reattached Raban's arm for him with healing magic. And they knew where the arm was on the table. You know, just hold it up to the nub and cast the cure spell. He would have had his arm, right? I mean, I would hope. That's Emperor Varus. Nabrielles. Merdgod Swarma. Scions when they were taking us to Aether School. Moonbrita. Dark Bondage. More Nabrielles. Okay, okay. Ida Empaps. These are the last stand pictures here. Although that's just totally attuning to something. Sad Tataru. Aww. This is an interesting picture. What is that depicting? It looks like it's depicting the 8 original jobs, Gaius von Baelsar, Bahamut maybe, and I guess that's Hydaelyn? Or it's supposed to be Hydaelyn. She looks almost like Altana from FF11. But yeah, this is the very end of the 2.0 story arc. It ends on a down note. I can't remember if they thanked legacy players again in this credit sequence. I think they thanked them every credit sequence, but I could be wrong. It's been so long since I've bothered to watch the credits. The only reason I'm having us watch them now is because of those background arts. I'd like people to see those because they are part of the game. You know, plus it's nice to sort of watch the credits. And you know, even if we're not reading every single name, you know, you get to see who's responsible for what in the game. So if you have an index of, like, if there's something you really liked, like a story or yeah, okay, those are relatively short compared to the first 2.0 credits. Ah, you bitch.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
I would never bend my knee to a fucking Lalafell. Well, unless it was my friend Shiggles. Why is he frown face? Maybe... So Raban lived through his duel with Ilberd, So either Ilberd let him live, or he beat Ilberd, but then was overwhelmed by numbers. Nabriales is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. Urianger? I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Yeah, clearly Urianger is just keeping enemies close. Or, you know, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. So he's just keeping his enemies closer. That's all. He's not a bad guy, right?
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
You bore me, Midgardstormer. I could find that in Ul'dah. Very well, very well. My left arm, huh? Well, Raban did lose his. Coming to Ishgard.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
Now this is where they changed voice actors. I guess they either couldn't get the other guy back for this, or his contract ran out and it was cheaper to hire somebody else.
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Ul'dah and set things right.
What are you, dumb?
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Forton. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed.
Oh, sweet. We get to go from Stonewall, you know, basically storehouse, to a schmoozy manor in a city?
Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Man. If Archivant asks me to dinner, I'll go.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man, and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here!
You want to get some better clothes, though, Alpha Node? You're a manservant, huh? Be sure to wrap up before we go. Well, honestly, I think it's time for a new glamour. Since we're going to Ishgard, we might as well fit in, right? Oops. We don't have to put the helmet on, but man, it's time to look the part. We're dragoons now. I mean, we've been dragoons, just now we'll fit in with the other dragoons at Ishgard. And from a story perspective, it covers our face, so you know, in a real world scenario, nobody in you know, like the lower city-states would immediately recognize us. I guess save for our glowy spear.
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
Oh, he actually put on fur coat. They put on fur coats.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Coerthas. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church.
Lots of statues
The
of
last
dragoons.
bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Some should know. I mean, it's not every day that a foreigner walks in wearing full dragon armor, is it? I guess I could have switched to red mage to make it seem I'm more of a stranger, but well, you know, we could talk to the manservant, but there's this aetherite over here that we need to attune to, so they can't ever keep us out of the city ever again. Now we gotta watch the cutscene. Well, not really a cutscene, but the intro to Heavensward. I would hate Ishgard in real life because of the cold. I can't stand cold. thing I don't like about this trailer is it sort of tries to make it seem like the Warrior of Light has never fought a dragon before. You know, when that's like all we, you know, we fought them in the 40s and at 50 and on the Steps of Faith before this. You'd have no, you know, it wouldn't be new. But it does make for a cool trailer. Particularly the Dragoon, you know, spearing the dragon with jumps. Yeah, that's really high up. There's some cool airships. A lot of dragons. I love a good trailer. Also, that Dragoon armor there at the end looks like Midgard Sormer. I guess we'll log back in and let's see. Well, we'll log back in and, well, no, I'm kind of out of time because I need to go visit with my relatives. They're here to see my mother, and as I've mentioned before, she's really sick with the cancer, so I guess I'll actually just cut it off here. So thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you next time. We'll start biting into Heavensward. Please look forward to it.